What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today, we've just been given the news regarding the champions that will be in the upcoming 10x event starting live tomorrow, December 2nd. And of course, we was expecting this as it traditionally goes 2x, 10x, 2x, guarantees 10x's, 20x's, I don't know. There's shard events every single day nowadays. But we'll be talking about these champions and also well, it's not a new event, it's actually a boosted rate to an event that we've had before, which I'll speak about later on. And just a quick disclaimer, guys, before we talk about these champions, just remember that it is the month of December. We should be seeing a Christmas fusion coming up in the near future, and I'm really hoping that Raid brings some really cool events, especially with like summons and other cool stuff in the game along the period of this month, right? So I would say hold up on your shards if you have any left, prepare for those fusions, as 10x events usually aren't the best to go for because the rates aren't the best when you compare how many champions there are in this game, and to proc a 10x champion is just very, very slim nowadays. So I really hope that one day it goes to a 20 or a 30x. I find it really hard to recommend these events unless you're really, really chasing one specific champion and you've just got all the shards in the world to try your luck. But alright. All of that boring stuff out the way, let's get into it. The first champion is the best in the game. Arguably Duchess, but Void Legendary. I gotta go with Krisk as probably the best champion, because he brings so much utility to the game. We got AoE decrease speed on the A1. We got ally protection, continuous heals, increasing duration of buffs. We got provokes, increased defense, increased speed. He's just a whopper of a champion. And if anybody does happen to summon him, congratulations in advance, because he is one great one that I would love to have on my account one day. Really, really cool. Come to me, Ninja Turtle, please. Next one is actually one that Nub Raids enlightened me about, of being a great champion, and it's Archbishop Pinfroy. Now, aesthetically, I'm a huge fan, right? I love it. He's just so unique, and he's not really a reskin of anybody else. But in terms of him, he's got an A1 that can transfer debuffs from this champion to a target. We got a placing of increased accuracy buff on all allies, placing 100% heal reduction debuffs, and also a chance of placing block buffs, which is really strong. Then we got heals all ally by 30% and places a 60% increased defense, and if 4 or more allies are alive, can place a shield buff. So overall, really strong champion, and I would love to have him one day on my account. The next one on the list, Mullet Reaver, Victor Tez. I'm sure you guys will be chasing him. Where is he? Dwarfs. The famous fusion champion that everybody loves, Under Priest Brogni. And this guy is an absolute beast. You talk about Doom Tower, Clan Boss, Go Second Arena teams. This guy is so universal in where you can use him, and probably one of the best fusions to ever come out in this game. So basically comes down to a non-removable shield. We've got the extension of shields, which is very, very unique. An A1 burn, and a reflection of damage with a very unique passive here. So great aesthetics, great champion. I love it. Next up will be in the Barbarians, and it's actually one of 3 AoE counterattack champions in the game. We've got Valkyrie. Now, what a chick to have on your account, guys, because we have that AoE shield with the counterattack in the same ability on a 3-turn cooldown, and this chick can actually smack. So in terms of Demon Lord Clan Boss, one of the best ones out there for traditional Clan Boss teams, and also arena teams as well. Very, very powerful. Next up, a bit of a weird one, but I can't say he's trash because he's not. A bit of an underrated choice here in Scathix, who is a Void champion. Scathix is very, very cool, and the places where I like to use him is Iron Twins Fortress, because you can proc multiple buffs, enable the Iron Twins to take extra turn meter, and if you've got a Geomancer strategy, you can actually like proc through the burn so quickly, and the run is just done in like 2 minutes. But away from that, he's got block debuffs, he's got shields, he's got an AoE of stealing buffs, we've got an A1 decreased speed, and he's got a block damage on this champion for 1 turn when the HP drops below 30% on a 6-turn cooldown. So in terms of like Iron Twins, progression, Doom Tower, I think he's a pretty solid champion. I like him, and his abilities themselves look really, really cool. So the next one on the list is actually from the Barbarians, and it's a little bit weird because, well, not Barbarians, it's from Sacred Order. It's a bit weird because there's no Juliana in this 10x, but there is a Romero. So I don't know how I feel about that one, but in terms of this champion, he's okay. I wouldn't say it's top tier. We've got continuous heals. We've got continuous heal buff on all allies. Okay. And places a shield and on all allies, 25% of their max HP and an increased defense. And attacks all enemies 3 times. Only available when Julian is on the same team. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure about his damage multipliers, but I don't see a lot of Romero in this game, so alright. Next on the list is actually Burengiri, a champion that failed to get to Bommel 90, but in terms of Bommel 50 and below on the hard Doom Tower, he's actually very unique in terms of this passive, where he can heal this champion by 50% of their max HP whenever an ally or enemy dies. And the way that this works in Bommel is the actual Dread Bombs are classed as enemies, so whenever they proc, he's healing and then taking the damage at the same time pretty much. So yeah, pretty cool champion for the passive, but in terms of faction wars, holds a lot of utility with AoE stuns, we've got Strengthen, Shields, and an A1 Provoke. So is he a bad champion? No. Is he one that I'd go all out trying to summon? No, pretty much. Next up, the final champion on this list is going to be Duoden the Runic. I believe he's one of the only champions in the game with the taunt buff. Strengthen and counterattacks. We've got AoE with a shield. Increasing duration of buffs as well. And attacks one enemy and a chance of removing one random debuff. So overall, guys, do I recommend this 10x event? Now, obviously, there's always going to be good champions in these. But considering we've got a fusion, and we all know there's a fusion coming up, there's always a fusion coming up. But with the extra thing of it being a festive period, I'd definitely hold off a little bit longer for future events. I don't think this will be the best we'll see, honestly, in the month of December. But Chris, really strong champion, Underpriest, Valkyrie, Archbishop, they're all really cool. But do you guys even have much shards left? I'm trying my best to save up, but if you summoned over Elva, you definitely won't have the shards for this, right? Unless you're stacked on voids. And remember, we do have 2x Sacreds next week as well, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, so before I forget, there's actually... Okay, let's just head into the dungeons to talk about these events. So first one is going to be in the Fire Knight's Castle. And it's going to be a ×3 for dropping regeneration sets. Now, regeneration is one of the best gear sets from this dungeon, I'd say. Alongside like Savage and stun sets and crit damage. It's definitely up there. But ×3, that's really, really strong, guys. Because traditionally we have a ×2 drop frenzy event, right? For like Savage gear and stuff. But I believe this is the first time I've seen a ×3, which is very, very strong. Or very, very good, should I say. So, yeah, I'm a fan of the increases of chances on this. Just increase the chances on shards as well, Plarium. And then we will also have a ×3 chance for retaliation. Okay. Which has a 35% chance to counterattack when hit. So a pretty good one. I would have preferred Reflex, but okay, Retaliation has its unique places in the game, so is what it is. But yeah, guys, that is going to be all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know if you will be summoning for these events, or if you're going to be summoning or saving your shards for future ones. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.